think need discard is a strong word. But yeah, foregone powers seem like they're probably a good idea to have. Let's try this. Let's try this. Oh, we got 2 drafts? I like it already. Although ideally we're just building around a champ here. Turtle Flame or Little Icarus. I want Little Icarus to work. I don't think it will. I really don't think it will. Doesn't seem likely to work. Okay, let's try a Turtle Flame. Let's see if we can pull this off. Yes. Get a resin block. When a friendly unit dies, give it plus 10 attack power. Excelente. That's what you want to see. I have no idea how our first attempt at Blighted Existence is going to go. We have 13 additional curses. So there are 7 deadweights. And many calcified ember. And these calcified ember can be purged by paying 3 ember. And yeah, other than that, I think we're going to have a hard time. We also don't discard our hand each turn, which is fun. Can we get the Caverns event that activates the Embers? Yes, there are a couple Caverns events we can get that would turn some of these curses into positives. Some of them. Endless Little Fade's going to be an immense boon here. We can get the Train Steward killed so that we can reform it. I guess we might as well. See, I expect a lot of garbage in our hand each turn. Not sure we have the luxury of killing the Collector, but we'd probably better do it. We'd also like to get rid of 1 or 2 calcified embers in the first fight here, if possible. I think it would be foolish to do anything else. We'll actually get a kill. Actually, no, I see the way forward here. Kill that. Kill this. Burn out 2 Train Steward, a Super Steward. Take that back, actually. Although I don't have to play it immediately if I don't want to. A foregone power up here. Draft down here is only going to get killed. So yeah, we foregone power up top. We might discard something important. Thankfully, we don't. We just keep these. Two Titan's Gratitude. Another reform. This quick, endless Little Fade is great as long as it has something tanky to sit behind, like a Burnout 2 Train Steward. How much damage does that deal anyway? Mostly enough, yes? Strike. I have to get rid of the lower things. A bit worried about these getting to the pyre, but if I play this right, we won't have that concern. Ah, dang. Oh yeah, that gets them all. Perfect. then there is no problem. Okay, so we actually don't take any damage in the first fight, and that's with the challenge enabled. It's a pretty good sign. Ooh, and I like an Entombed Explosive quite a lot as a way to help us deal quick damage to stuff. Wicked Blaze being a targeted reform, also really valuable here. Actually, I'm going to take the targeted reform, given that we have Resin Block. This sort of thing is pretty powerful. Crypt Builder seems pretty cool. Huge attack power. If it gets discarded randomly, it gets played for free. I'll take it. And do we just want a high power unit in Lady of the House? I really like Lady of the House infused with Draft in particular. You create a 45 times 2 Burnout 4 unit. It's pretty powerful. Give me that. And we already have a Divine Temple. So I think if we make this initial Lady of the House powerful enough, this challenge won't be too bad. Let's see what we can do here. Do we not want the drafts to burn out faster for resin block scaling? Currently our main concern is getting the units in play in the first place. If we need things to die, they'll die for us. Let's see, we're offered Large Stone and Wickstone. Interesting. Oh, and we do get offered a Sweeper. That might be worth investing in. Just add a large amount of stats to a unit with Sweep so that we can hit enemy units no matter how many there are. And then Little Fade will take down any single target that is of concern. Let's take the Sweep. I have mixed feelings about the Large Stone here. Yeah, ideally on Melting Remnant, you do want to reform your units multiple times to get them more and more bonuses. And therefore, you do want them to be able to die somehow. So there is definitely an argument for a shorter burnout timer, but it does go both ways. It's interesting. Definitely interesting. I guess it's sort of Large Stone or nothing, huh? Now I'm going to need that base attack power. All right. We'll do it. Ha 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 ha. And given the conditions of this challenge, it might be worth putting Intrinsic on Wicked Blaze so that we can always reform with plus 10 the first time a unit dies. Seems kind of good. Don't think it's worth putting Spell Chain on that, though. Be too expensive to play. Okay, onward. I ain't afraid of no spikes. So from here on, we're taking advantage of the priority draw system of Monster Train, which means that we are guaranteed to draw at least one of our banner units each turn. That is the Cold Kalia and the Lady of the House. We'll always see at least one of them on turn 1, and if we didn't get them both on turn 1, we'll see the other one on turn 2. It's a lot of damage. And that means that we have consistent turn 1 and turn 2s in this deck. Even though there's so many curses here, we're always going to get our units in play, minimum by turn 2. Banner units are units that came from a unit banner. So... or from a unit draft reward in a combat. The game never makes it clear exactly which units have draw priority and which don't. But that's kind of the distinguishing factor, is where you get them. It's quite bizarre, really. And then we what? Steward to kill you. Forgone Power to kill you. Sweet, we keep the Wicked Blaze. Good. And now we just wait to play these units until the boss comes in. And we can reform on successive floors, too. So let's reform our Cold Kalia. Now 46 by 2 with Sweep. Solos the boss. You know what? Do it. Although, wait. We should have played a Calcified Ember. That made a grave mistake here. I forgot we could do that. Oh well. I'll play him eventually, maybe. Or we could just never play any of them. That's acceptable too. Oh, draw 1, discard 1. That seems particularly useful here. Normally you don't care that much about discard 1 in Monster Train, but here, oh yeah. Definitely. Super definitely. I believe you can also, yeah, purge these the old-fashioned way. Although we'll probably still remove Train Stewards first. Oh. The multi-strike. And I guess just gain attack power too. Seems good. I didn't even check what this was. And I don't care. Yeah, I don't really care. What about you? Oh, hello. In large or in small? Seems to me like turning this Cold Kalia into a mini version of herself is a big advantage here. We could go even bigger, of course, and have her just be her own floor. But it does indeed seem easier to shrink down and then duplicate. twice as good. We shrink. After a tiny spark of light and a faint squeak, your ally steps away from the crystal, much smaller than before. Onward. I think we've got pretty good legs on this run. Or snake parts. And we can use Memories of the Marked, finally, to get rid of some stupid curses. Gain 25 armor, so this is worth it. A net of -5 for Telos. And it buffs the stats of Little Fade. Good. Okay. Didn't lose any of the important cards here. What guidelines do I weigh in when taking shard benefits? I always worry that enemy scaling will outdo your gains. That one's definitely tough to evaluate. I don't know that I have any kind of arithmetic guideline on it, necessarily. More of a gut feeling at this point. I'm not entirely sure. How to articulate this? The shards are worth it when they let you solve a problem that you wouldn't otherwise have an answer for. I like the big spell damage ups for shards because they let you tackle the 200 health enemies you'll see when you have more shards, for example. Oh, and those shard spreadsheets are dead. I understand. I guess I'll just delete the command then. Bummer. It's finally time. Play a calcified ember. Hey, don't die too early here. I guess we're already in Relentless, huh? Hey, and we get one more. Perfect. Okay. Lost lots of calcified ember there. How many did we get exactly? We have 4 now. So we got half of them in one fight. Good. Hollowed halls are here. That's a way to gain rapid stat scaling with a resin block. Remove burnout and debuffs can also be pretty good. Yeah, also becomes a good holdover target for sure. Levy says, would those turn into the draw cards if you get the event that adds more? Yes. Yes, they would, I suppose. So if you were to get the event and were able to hold out for the additional floors, it would be amazing. Just amazing. We already have our baseline units established, so Harvest Gain Gold could be pretty good here, but I think we should just focus on killing stuff with the extra challenge going on. Intent on Death could have been nice champ scaling, that's true. I hadn't considered using it on the champ. Let's see here. I think we might want more energy per turn. It's going to make it easier to purge the remaining embers. Because we have Retain, card draw is not that valuable. And because we got the Enshronkened unit, the capacity is not that important. Let's take Fell's Remorse here. +1 ember per turn. Not usually my go-to, but I think it's pretty great here. And now, I guess remove 2 and dupe a card looks excellent. We can duplicate the 1-pip Cold Kalia, and we can remove 2 Train Stewards, all in one fell swoop, making the deck even more refined. This is already going really well. Ooh, we get the Firelight version, which would apply bonus stats and burnout to friendly units. So this becomes then an endless sort of stat buffer. Not sure that's what we want. I think just going pure Eternal Flame is really good for Little Fade. So you can stack hella damage bonus and just KO things from behind your battle line. Little Fade will single-handedly deal with the bosses, no problem. What do we have at the temple here? I did want to fuse this draft with Lady of the House. Lady of the House now strikes 3 times and has 1 more burnout by default. We also have a lot more shards. We could put a lot of magic power on Titan's Gratitude, and with Retain, I think this is probably worth it. Because then it spikes to death one enemy that was going to be a problem. And if I want to, I could pay 10 more shards for a purge here of a spell. And I would maybe consider purging a foregone power, but honestly, they're pretty useful for getting hand space. I think I'll keep the shards at 90 for now. That's arguably plenty. Extra foes? No problem for me. I want that money. Money equals removes. Very valuable in Monster Train. We drew Hallowed Halls turn 1. I like that. I guess we're going to put Little Fade, Cold Kalia up top to avoid the Ember Drain here. Get Little Fade killed. Cold Kalia sweeps up. We are going to get curses from this Absolver. That's going to be a bit of an issue, but I'll solve that next turn. Actually, don't want to play any of that turn 1. Guess we could have also just taken some pyre damage set up on the bottom there. Might have been the smarter play. But I think I'm fine with this. Seems perfectly fine. Nice. It's about as good as it gets, quite frankly. And then we might as well reform our sweeper and kill the absolver here. Give me that. And that leaves me just enough energy to play the Ember here. So we'll get rid of that forever. So they all perish already. We don't need to kill anyone. But we sure could if we wanted to. I think we can wait for the boss to arrive before I do that. I guess I don't play anything then. Unless we're trying to draw another Ember. Guess we can be trying to draw another Ember. Perfect. And another one. So now we have only one left, right? That's right, one left. Subsuming Blade permanently increases its damage every time we kill something with it. It's not too late for us to slap holdover on that. Although I might go Merchant of Trinkets, Unstable Vortex, Concealed Caverns. That's kind of cool, actually. Let's go that way. Less cards is more. We already have all the pieces to success that we need. Just need to make it more reliable. And that's right, holdover halls would be better anyway, probably. Arguably. What about Spell Chain Hallowed Halls? Is that even better? Ooh, Memorial Fun. Gain $5 when a friendly unit dies. Gain 5 Ember when a Tomb unit dies. We don't actually have any Tomb units, though. But this will probably pay for itself. Although I could reroll. Look at different things. I guess just having more money seems fine. Let's look at the caverns. Even more money. Hell yeah, give me Gift of Gratitude. I can break this. Oh, we're gonna be rich. We're gonna be so rich. Excellent. Simply excellent. Okay, and I'll pay for 1 or 2 purchase here, since I'm about to be filthy, filthy rich. I don't want so many foregone powers, actually. The fact that they discard at random is kind of an annoyance. I'm gonna lose 1 primitive mold also. Onward. Kill me harder. It only makes me stronger. Mulgree, thanks for the Prime sub and the 4 months of support. Appreciate ya. We're gonna have some issues here, huh? Alright, hopefully this won't be too bad. Nice. Okay, that worked out perfectly. So I could play this for 120 gold right now. Honestly, I think we could do better. A lot better. You. You wipe out the newbies. You help me kill these things coming up the top here. Primitive mold, Cold Kalia. With this fool? Or just go double down on the bottom, keep killing? Let's go double down on the bottom. Kill everything. Perfect. Some more room in hand here. Would I ever play music on the stream, as in licensed music? No, probably not. Too big a can of worms to open. Play you, and then we'd Hollow Halls. Okay, let's see if this works in any way, shape, or form. That's right, we are facing the stealth boss. That in and of itself is relatively annoying. So I guess we want to be able to hollowed halls next turn, probably. I'm gonna have to YOLO these foregone powers again. Concerning, actually. They died of burnout, yeah. Good. I'll leave it there. I don't want to risk further here. So we do hollowed halls, reform all of my units. Okay, that'll do something. That'll get rid of all the stealth, too. Discard one of these. Little Fade stays in hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we can play Little Fade on top, and then we're guaranteed, right? That looks like we're guaranteed. Okay, so this is going to totally pay off. And my behavior in this fight will all make sense in a second here. Looks like we have to reform a random unit. Doesn't really matter who we get back, right? Just anyone to sit in front of Little Fade will result in a victory here, which means we can play Memories of the Melted, and then Gifts of Gratitude for $760. Not too bad. Ka-ching. Can it really be this easy? I guess I do want my units to have more health. I guess I do. I think so. Oh, Sacrificial Resurrection is here. Consume cards in hand. Get rid of all of those stinky deadweight cards. Turn them into a big draft instead. That's a very good find. Don't need the rest of this either. Basically, Fiend Fire. No, it's Friend Fire. Turn all your cards into a friend. A big friend. We can get holdover. How crazy am I here? Do we hold over Spell Chain Hallowed Halls? That seems like Hand Clog. I could hold over Sacrificial Resurrection. That could be kind of funny. Just delete everything all the time. I'm actually not sure what to hold over. Holdover Offering Token is kind of cool, too. I think that means we're past the point of needing the foregone powers. Yoink. Alright, now we have all the Ember we could ever want with Hell's Banners here. When we summon the second unit on a turn, gain 3 more Ember. And we could even make stuff in hand free. We play a more expensive spell, which actually does mean... Oh. 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 Oh, yes. Excellent. And then this being a 3 cost is also good. And now we can purge all of the remaining foregone powers. Want to add Consume. Make this, like, super powered. I'm only ever going to want to play it one time. Permafrost is useless. Make that stronger, I guess. This upgrade doesn't even matter. I'm just going to Purge instead. Lose this Titan's Gratitude as well. Okay, so the deck has become very refined. This initial challenge conditions initially looked nightmarish. Now it looks downright easy. Incredible. We're going to be even richer now. That's correct. So rich. You'll wish we all weren't... What do you mean we only have 4 artifacts? Hello? Baalorlord. You're drunk. Bad bot. Do we even need Little Fade? I mean, ideally we would like Little Fade to get killed repeatedly, yes? It's here. All right, the nonsense begins. So here's why this is nonsense. Play Hallowed Halls for 2 cost. The Hell's Banners gives us 3 energy back. We created 3-cost Hallowed Halls. So we can afford to recast it if we wanted to. And then we'll draw it again next turn. But if that's not enough for you, we can do one better. Which is keep the 3-cost Hallowed Halls in our hands. On the next turn, we have a whole bunch of cards in our hand. We play the 3-cost Hallowed Halls. Our units get reformed. We get 3 Ember, and anything that was 2 cost or less is now free. So we can play the free 0-cost Hallowed Halls, which will itself then be held over onto the deck for the top of the next turn, and we get another 3-cost Hallowed Halls to repeat the process, or we could even just play this one again immediately. But I'll probably just retain it until next turn like before. And then I guess we could play any number of other spells from our hand to get rid of them. Seems good. Hot nonsense, go! However, if our units die on this floor this turn, we'll get curses, so I'm gonna not do the thing this turn. Good talk. Oh, but there's Sacrificial Resurrection. We'll want that shortly. It's out of hand. Perfect. And they're all gone. Plus we get this cool draft. Welcome, draft. Blarg. This time we get a penalty for playing spells. Although it's only going to apply to these molds that I don't care about, so I don't think I care. Now do 1,000 damage. So good every time. And yeah, we get 20 gold every time I play those Hallowed Halls, too. Absurd. GG. The Hako Foe, thanks for the Prime sub and the 4 months of support. I say the deck's almost perfect as it is. Not much else we need. We've lost all the curses that we can lose. We might want to lose a couple more primitive molds, because really the Hallowed Halls is doing all the work here. Let's take more card draw, I guess. And then check out another Merchant of Trinkets. We're rich. I have no use for the Merchant of Steel. To the Trinket Man. What do you got, buddy? Extinguish, apply armor 5 to the front friendly units. That would mostly cause a lot of additional animations to play, but not actually help. Dragon House, thank you so much for the very generous 5 gifted subs. Welcome, one and all, to the Cozy Sub Club. Thank you, Dragon House, for taking advantage of that September discount. Heck yeah. Let's just re-roll it. Scales also would have been a funny amount of money. Funny money. Don't think I have use for this, actually. Oh well. What else we got? 2 ornate chests. I can gain more money. Sure. Make me richer. That's right, Magic Hand is the Runic Pyramid Mutator, so we're not discarding cards at the end of turn. And that is really powerful for Melting Remnant, apparently. Very, very powerful. That is 2 cost and intrinsic. Do we care? Intrinsic Sacrificial Resurrection could be nice. Let's do that. Cool. That way we can always purge our hand the first time it gets clogged full of whatever. This enemy has big hit points. Or 1 damage short of dying? It's kind of bad, actually. Oh well. Little fade here, I guess. Kill that nerd. And then what? We're going to Sacrificial Resurrection this whole thing, or do I Titan's Gratitude? I think I should Titan's Gratitude. Now we'll Sacrificial Resurrection. Good enough for me. Little Fade still doing their best. These enemies do big damage. 40 plus lots. Terrifying. There we go. And finally, here's Hallowed Halls. Now is when we really want Sacrificial Resurrection in our hand, but oh well. So it goes. Ha ha ha. Actually, you know what? Bonk that fool. Good. Oh, that's right. You don't die there, huh? Oops. Money. Perfect. Wow, I can't believe it just like killed 2 of our units with its first attack, and then we just win. It's crazy. Could have also made 5 gold up top, that's true. Could have had 1,420 gold. Blaze it. Remove all buff effects from enemy units. I'm gonna grab that. This we don't need. This whole train is going to get arrested for memorial fund fraud. Excuse me, sir. It says here on this record that your grandmother has died 17 times this year. Can you explain this? Go for one more dupe. I think we can double Hallowed Halls and break everything. Extinguish abilities trigger an extra time, mostly notable on Little Fade here. Sure. Chance to apply silence to enemies, disabling their triggered abilities. That could definitely help in the divinity fight against the armor generators, so I'll take that. When you play a unit, a random card is reduced to 0 cost. You know what? Sure. Give me even better energy cheats. Because why not? I could also remove Consume from Memories of the Melted, but that seems excessive. And unnecessary. I'm just going to purge 2 more cards, actually. Onward. Oh yeah, and we're fighting Consume Seraph, right? That actually will present somewhat of a problem. Actually, no, we have a cheat. We have a cheat for this. That's right, play the Purge card first. Assuming there is a Purge card. Technically you live, yeah? Perfect. Okay, no need to consume anything here. Okay, this turn I think I'll just consume resin removal. Let's get the nonsense off of the boss here. Although I should have played Little Fade first, whatever unit I'm deploying up top, to avoid the Ember Drain. The Ember Drain won't matter in the slightest, so no biggie, quite frankly. Bonk, I guess. I could also just Hollowed Halls, I suppose, to avoid the Ember Drain. That's acceptable for the moment. So, Seraph says the first card we played will get consumed. If we make the first card we play, or the first spell, more accurately, if we make the first spell we play the Purge duplicate of Hallowed Halls, then nothing bad happens, essentially. And now we no longer consume our stuff when playing it. So let's go Hollowed Halls. Twice. Play it here. And then now we can consume all this stuff. Get a draft also. Which might as well go on the floor with Seraph. Do more damage to Seraph here. Although now I haven't set myself up to have a consumable card in hand this time. I did free all the garbage from the hand. That works out importantly too. We can use our Molded as the consume card for this round. Perfectly acceptable in my book. And they get stronger each time we do that. That's the main reason to do that. Skeptic, thanks for the 8 months and the Prime sub. No challenge will stand before us. Refuse to allow it. Easy. Also just play this first. 33 Ember this turn. All right, good work. That's great. $1,425 damage to the boss. Okay, I think we have enough. Just a guess. We have enough. Blur. GG. All right, that brings us to the final challenge, who I think will be a lot easier than the Seraphite, actually. The last divinity, either in victory or defeat, the divinity's endless destruction rages on. This boss is particularly vulnerable to sweep. And our sweeping multi-attackers are going to get a lot of stuff done for us. Let's see, can I reform you with +10? Yeah, perfect. Excellent. Let's just go down in the middle here. Why not? Why not? Fate can do whatever. This is not the one to remove all the stuff from. Okay. I will draw the abacus. It's true. Just you watch. Alright, lose all this garbage. It's nice that we silenced with the seaweed, the armor generator there. That can be annoying otherwise. Want you buffed even more. Get him. Probably time to put Little Fate to the task of just damaging the divinity on the top floor. Do 500 per turn now. This looks well in hand. Pretty stoked that we got this challenge on the first try, given that it's one of the hardest challenges in Monster Train. You call this a challenge? Unsuspicious Banana, thanks for the 5 months. Unsuspicious. Excuse me. How about no? No. Bad. Nice and clean. Wow, that damage though. X. All right, well, in that case, end turn. GG. Blighted existence no more. Excellent.